What if the smartest thing a company could do was lose money on purpose? Not by accident, not by miscalculation, but by design, deliberately selling a product at a loss. Sometimes millions of dollars in loss. To build something far more valuable behind it. Here are 5 companies that turned losses into empires, and the strategy that made it work. Case 1. Costco's rotisserie chicken. If you've ever been to a Costco, you've probably seen it. A golden rotisserie chicken sitting under a heat lamp for $4.99. It weighs 3 pounds. It's fully cooked, and it costs less than a fancy coffee. Most grocery stores sell a similar chicken for $7 to $9. Costco could easily charge more, but they don't. They haven't raised the price in over a decade. They lose an estimated $30 to $40 million a year on this one product. So why keep it? Because nobody goes to Costco just for a chicken. The chicken is placed at the very back of the store. To reach it, you walk past the electronics, the clothing section, the bulk snacks, the household goods. By the time you get to the chicken, your cart isn't empty anymore. The average Costco transaction is over $100. The $4.99 chicken is a $40 million magnet. That pulls over $200 billion in annual revenue through the door. Costco was so committed to this price that in 2015, when poultry costs spiked, they built their own chicken processing plant in Nebraska, a $450 million facility, just to keep the chicken at $4.99. The same logic extends to the food court. The hot dog and soda combo has been $1.50 since 1985. When the CFO suggested raising the price, co-founder Jim Sinegal reportedly told him, "If you raise the price of the hot dog, I will kill you." It's not about the hot dog. It's about the membership, the loyalty, the identity. The $4.99 chicken tells customers, this is a place that's on your side, and that belief is worth more than the chicken ever could be. Case 2. Gillette's free razor. In 1903, King Camp Gillette patented the safety razor, but he had a problem. Nobody wanted to pay for a razor when they already had a straight blade that lasted years. So Gillette did something radical. He practically gave the razor away. Banks gave them to new customers with account signups. The military handed them out to soldiers. The razor was free or nearly free. But the blades were not. Each disposable blade cost a fraction of a penny to produce, but sold for 5 cents. And here was the genius. The blades only fit Gillette razors. Once you had the handle, you were locked in. This became known as the razor and blade model. Sell the platform cheap. Sell the consumable at a massive margin. It's been replicated by every industry since. Printers and ink cartridges, Keurig and coffee pods, gaming consoles and game titles. Gillette didn't just sell razors. He invented a business model that redefined how companies think about profit. The product is the hook. The refill is the revenue. Case 3. Amazon's Kindle. When Amazon launched the Kindle in 2007, it was priced at $399. Over the years, they dropped it. $200, $139, $79. Eventually, some models sold for under $50. At those prices, Amazon wasn't making money on the hardware. In many cases, they were selling it at cost or below cost. Jeff Bezos said it clearly in a shareholder letter. "We want to make money when people use our devices, not when they buy them." The Kindle was a door. Behind that door was Amazon's ebook store, Kindle Unlimited subscriptions, Audible audiobooks, Prime membership upsells, and an entire ecosystem that generated revenue for years from a single $50 purchase. The average Kindle owner buys 4 times more books than a non-Kindle reader, and they buy them exclusively from Amazon. The device created a locked ecosystem. And once you're in, switching costs are enormous. Amazon didn't sell a reading device. They sold a subscription funnel shaped like a tablet. Case 4. Spotify's free tier. Spotify launched with a radical proposition: listen to almost any song in the world for free. The free tier has ads, limited skips, and lower audio quality. But it works. You can listen to full albums, build playlists, discover new music, all without paying a cent. Spotify pays artists for every stream, even on the free tier. That means every free user costs Spotify money. The ad revenue from free users doesn't come close to covering the licensing costs. So why offer it? Conversion. Roughly 60% of Spotify's paying premium subscribers started as free users. The free tier is a trial that never expires, designed to make the friction of ads slowly unbearable until upgrading feels like relief. But here's the deeper play. Every playlist you build, every album you save, every listening history you accumulate, that's your investment. Switching to Apple Music or YouTube Music means starting from scratch. The free tier doesn't just attract users, it creates switching costs. Spotify turned a loss-leading free product into a 220 million subscriber business worth over $70 billion. Case 5. IKEA's $1 hot dog. Here's one most people don't think about. IKEA food courts generate over $2 billion a year in revenue globally. That makes IKEA one of the largest food service companies in the world. Inside a furniture store, the anchor of the menu is a $1 hot dog. $1 for a hot dog and a drink at a sit-down food court inside a store you might otherwise never visit. IKEA's research found that 30% of their customers came to the store specifically to eat, not to shop, to eat. And while they were there, they walked through the showroom. And while they walked through the showroom, they bought things they hadn't planned to buy. The Swedish meatball platter is one of the most effective sales tools in retail history. It puts shoppers in a good mood, it keeps them in the store longer, and it eliminates the #1 reason people leave a store early: hunger. The hot dog costs IKEA money. The meatballs probably break even, but the furniture you buy on a full stomach and a happy mood. That's where the margin lives. IKEA didn't add a restaurant because they like food. They added a restaurant because fed customers spend more money and stay longer. Here's the pattern connecting all 5. Costco's chicken gets you in the door. Gillette's razor gets the handle in your hand. Amazon's Kindle gets the screen in your life. Spotify's free tier gets the music in your routine. IKEA's hot dog gets the food in your stomach and you through the showroom. None of them make money on the products they're famous for losing money on. All of them make billions on what comes next. This is the loss leader. The most counterintuitive idea in business: lose on purpose, but make sure the loss is attached to a system that wins forever. Amateurs look at the chicken and see a bad deal. Pros look at the chicken and see a $200 billion funnel. That's raw leverage.